In 2020, my channel has...
Now, a short time ago, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak an international public health emergency.
The World Health Organization has declared coronavirus a global pandemic with more than 118,000 cases across 114 countries.
The Prime Minister has announced the most drastic limits to our lives that the UK has ever seen in living memory. The aim, he says, is to save lives in this time of national emergency.
In the days and weeks ahead, we expect to see the number of cases, the number of deaths, and the number of affected countries climb even higher.
This year, my channel does not deserve the recognition it has previous years. What the world has gone through deserves so much more recognition than what I ever will. This year will go down in the history books, led by a widespread, devastating global pandemic, leaving millions infected and thousands dead, businesses shut, leaving so many people unemployed, and mental health due to lockdowns pushed into further oblivion. This year we have faced so many challenges as a species in which we've had to adapt and change in order to protect ourselves and others around us. In just a year, the world as we know it has changed drastically, from crowded streets to eerie roads, from hugging to social distancing. The struggle in which we had to persevere through felt like forever. Memories from before the disease feel so distant and dreamlike in a way. I cannot remember a world where we didn't have to go to the shop without wearing a mask. It feels so long ago, as if a decade has already passed. Time itself has become morphed in a way never seen before, making this year so different than the rest. A world which we took for granted, a paradise which we wish to come back, but feel hopeless as if it forever remains unreachable. And now, with the news of a new strain at the end of this year, what seriously waits for us behind the curtain? Loneliness and boredom increased, leaving so many people agitated over when it will end. So many of us have been feeling helpless and stranded, hoping for the world to one day reopen. As though this year has weighed us down with negativities we wish to forget, we must never forget the good which came out of it. This year taught us to come together as a community to complete the task and overcome the impending challenges faced. We did our part towards fighting the virus in every way we can. We improved our hygiene and our health. We sped up research in medicines which will help to contribute towards the future. We realised how fragile human life really is, and we truly understood the larger pictures which we once took for granted. 2020 exposed our weaknesses and our strengths. Through alone time we got to know ourselves better and allowed us to meditate on so much we never got to before. This year changed each and every one of us, our mindsets and what we know. Advancement in technologies and the digital world, whether it be through online shopping or video calling, increased as demands skyrocketed, as this was the only way consumers and businesses could now operate. This year affects the future and us as a generation. 2020 was a year which trapped us but showed our determination to overcome issues plaguing our world. We felt that something was wrong and wanted to improve it, so we went out and did so. We sank down into some of our lowest days whilst attempting to reach our highest heights. From our biggest disasters, we learn our greatest strengths. We discover who we truly are. We find out our true abilities and what we can and cannot do. We figure out questions unanswered years before, and we feel like we have a purpose we didn't used to have. And as we say goodbye to the hellish, harsh, cold winter nights, a warm, sunshiny spring lays ahead, a spring in which a cure becomes available, a spring which promises us a better tomorrow